We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 9, entitled The Dynasty of Amshuman, text 33. Evam karuna bhashinya vilapantya anatavat vyagrah pashum ivakadat saudasak shapamohitaha. Evam, in this way, karuna bhashinyaha, while the Brahmana's wife was speaking very pitiably, vilapantyaha, lamenting severely, anatavat, exactly like a woman who has no protector, vyagraha, a tiger, pashum, prey animal, eva, like, akadat, ate up, sodasaha, King Sodasa, shapa, by the curse, mohitaha, because of being condemned. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki. Being condemned by the curse of Vasishta, King Sodasa devoured the Brahmana, exactly like as a tiger eats its prey. Even though the Brahmana's wife spoke so pitiably, Sodasa was unmoved by her lamentation. Purport. This is an example of destiny. King Sodasa was condemned by the curse of Vasishta, and therefore, even though he was well qualified, he could not restrain himself from becoming a tiger like Rakshasa. For this was his destiny. Talabhyati dukkhavat anyatak sukham. This is from Bhagavatam 1:5-18. As one is put into distress by destiny, destiny can also put one in a happy situation. Destiny is extremely strong, but one can change destiny if one comes to the platform of Krishna consciousness. Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. Rama Samhita 5:54. The translation of the verse again. Being condemned by the curse of Vasishta, King Sodasa devoured the Brahmana exactly as a tiger eats its prey. Even though the Brahmana's wife spoke so pitiably, Sodasa was unmoved by her lamentation. Hare Krishna. I'm greatly honored and happy to be with all of you again in Paris. So, we are reading from 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Very interesting part of it, how King Sodasa became a Rakshasa and who ate up a Brahmana like a tiger. Yes, he was actually very elevated king who knew his duty and everything, but because of his soft heart, he didn't kill one Rakshasa that he should kill. He killed one, but he didn't kill another one, his brother, and because of his merciful heart. So, if one is in a position that he has to punish, he shouldn't be artificially merciful. That's a very important message. Yes, because this artificial mercy will bring us just misery. And not misery just for ourselves, but we see for others also. Instead of killing a Rakshasa, he killed a Brahmana. Yes. And there is also one great example of false mercy from 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam of Saubhari Muni. He was great ascetic, and he didn't want to be disturbed by any external thing. So he went into Yamuna to meditate on the bottom of Yamuna, not to be disturbed by any external thing. And he meditated there for a long, long time. And once Garuda came and ate one big fish, yes, king of the fish. And Saubhari Muni became extremely disturbed by this, in his false mercy. And he cursed Garuda, the Lord's carrier, who is much more elevated than Saubhari Muni, much higher. And he cursed him that if you once again come here to eat fish, which was his natural food, you will die at the spot. And it is usual for devotees, Garuda didn't retaliate, didn't do anything against Saubhari Muni. But this curse, of course, act against Saubhari Muni, but not just against Saubhari Muni. He protected one fish, but then Kaliya knew of this curse, because Kaliya, the snake, was acting against the agreement between snakes and Garuda. And then Garuda wanted to punish him, and he, in fear of Garuda, he escaped to this lake in Yamuna. And because of his poison, all fish died there, not just one. So this artificial mercy, when it shouldn't be applied, is causing havoc. Not just for one, but for many. And we can see here great King Sodasa became a Rakshasa by the curse of his guru. And he killed Brahmana instead of Rakshasa. So we should be careful to carry out our duties properly. Every one of us is put in some social role by Krishna's will. Somehow or other, we are in some social role. Some are brahmacharis, some are grihastas, some are sannyasis, and vanaprasthas. So we should do our duty properly according to our social role. Although, as a devotee, we shouldn't identify with certain social role. Yes. We shouldn't hold to or be attached to certain service that we are given. Because if this attachment is there, which is very natural in this world, it's also against our eternal nature, because our eternal nature is to be just a servant, menial servant of everyone. So, service of a king is to punish. I'm reading also Mahabharata, and after the war of Kurukshetra, Maharaj Yudhishthira lamented severely, and he was very sorry that and he considered that because of his greed for kingdom, everyone suffered and so many were killed. And he wanted to give up his position as a king and just went to the forest, basically like Arjuna before the battle. And then many different sages and also Krishna tried to persuade Yudhishthira what's proper thing to do, because he was Dharma personified. So this is Dharma, you should act according to Dharma. And one very strong point was mentioned, that king's foremost duty is to punish. That he upholds the system, social system. Yes. So for king it's very important to be very strong. And when he's very strong, then the thieves and rogues are afraid, and they don't bother the citizens. Yes. But if the king is too lenient, then the thieves and rogues take advantage of this and terrorize the whole society. And we can see from practical experience in this modern world how many rogues and thieves are prospering in modern society. Jai Shri Gurunitai ki, Jai Shri Radha Parijishwara ki, Jai Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadramayi ki, Jai Nitai Gaur Pramanandi. So yes, this is first lesson that we should take from this verse. Another lesson that we should take from this verse is here, it's mentioned, Anatavat, that this lady, Brahmana lady, was now without a protector. Yes, because king killed him. And it's interesting, king should also be a protector, but he didn't act as a protector. He acted just the opposite. So we should all have some protector in life. We should not be anatavat. Nata means the master, and anata means without a master. So a dog without a master is very afraid. Yes. This was a point once Prabhupada mentioned, that these dogs who have master, their head is high and tail is high. And he's very confident. But these street dogs without a master are very afraid. Yes. And the tail between their legs. So we should have a master. Everyone should have a master, because we are by nature servants, and servants means to have a master, isn't it? What kind of servant you are without a master? It's not possible to be a servant without a master. One should be commanded. Yes. You should do this, you shouldn't do that. This is a master. So one shouldn't be without a master, because everyone is a servant. Yes. So we should take this process of Krishna consciousness very seriously. We should perform it under the guidance of a master. Yes. Therefore, the first prerequisite on the spiritual path to accept a master. So this Ritvik idea is craziness. It's just sheer cheating, actually. You imagine your own master and make yourself actually a master of yourself. And you're actually without a master. So we shouldn't be without a master. And if you would just understand this principle of a master, everything would be settled actually very nicely. For different social roles, even in ordinary social roles, we are always in some structure of hierarchy, isn't it? There is not equal level for everyone, never been. Yes. So younger are subordinate to the older. It's natural. Younger children are subordinate to older children. Children are subordinate to parents. Wife should be subordinate to their husbands. And husband should be subordinate to guru. And guru is subordinate to his guru. And all the citizens are subordinate to the king. So everyone should be subordinate. And we should accept this happily, that we are subordinate. But it's against our nature to be happy to be subordinate, our conditioned nature. We want to be a master ourselves, and therefore we are in this world. This is the world of false masters. Yes. So we shouldn't be a false master. We should be a humble servant. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya stressed this Trinada Pisunichana Tururivasa Krishnana Amanina Manadena Kirtanya Sadahari extremely strongly. Without being a servant, very humble servant, we cannot be connected to Krishna all the time. Yes. Or at all connected to Krishna. Then it's just imagined connection with Krishna. If we want to be a master, we also want to be Krishna's master, actually. We don't say it because we consider it's against our interest. It's our interest to say that Krishna is my master. So then I can exploit Krishna more. Understand the psychology? So I accept Krishna, if I accept Krishna, of course, if I accept God, I accept him to become my servant, that he fulfills my desires. Therefore, I pray to him, please fulfill this desire, please fulfill that desire. So I engage him in my service. Yes, so he's most powerful servant. He can do anything for my pleasure. Yes. Please let me be healthy. Please let me get a good husband. Please let me get a good wife. Yes. Please let me get this. Please let me get that. So, Prabhupada many times warned us very much that Krishna is not our order supplier. Yes. So, we should just ask for service. Krishna, how can I serve you? To my utmost capacity. I want to become a proper servant. I'm in a crazy position. I want to be a master, but Krishna help me cure my disease of this desire of being a master. I want to become a servant. Please help me in this regard, because I'm in diseased condition. I cannot help myself, actually. And Krishna is also explaining this. Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratya Mam Eva Yi Prapadanti Maya Mitantarantati. We cannot overcome Maya. It's Duratya. This heart disease is not possible to cure on our own. Mam eva, Krishna explains, only those who surrender to me can cross beyond it. So we should surrender to Krishna, actively surrender to Krishna, not passively surrender to Krishna. That Krishna, yes, he will do his thing, and I just have to fulfill my vows, chant my 16 rounds, somehow or other, even without proper attention or proper dedication or proper hankering. It's just to fulfill externally my vows. Yes. This will not help because our mentality is not changed. Yes. So Krishna consciousness movement is established by Srila Prabhupada to change our consciousness, not just our external activities. Yes. So external activities certainly must be there because they are meant to facilitate our change of consciousness. But if we don't change our consciousness, everything is useless. Yes. Then these external activities will not help us very much. Yes. Therefore, we should have a master. Everyone should have a master. And we should understand very deeply these social roles. Because these social roles in modern world are upside down. Yes. Children are rebelling against their parents. And wives are rebelling against their husbands. Yes. And young rebel against the elder. And of course, in modern social structure, rarely it's seen that there is any devotee anywhere. So the king, of course we don't have a king, we don't have kings. Even countries that they do have kings, they don't actually. And the king is also not a devotee, or a president or whoever. It's not a devotee. And the whole social structure is not devotional. So we should act in such a circumstance according to example from devotee, examples of great devotees who were in such a situation, like Prahlad Maharaj. He was very respectful towards his father, who was the greatest demon of all time, Hiranyakashipu. He was very respectful, but still he was adamant in his spiritual path. Yes. He didn't waver even for a moment, even though his life was greatly endangered. Yes. And this is instruction for us. He didn't provoke his father unnecessarily. He frankly answered his questions. But he didn't provoke his father on his own, or challenged him, or he wasn't impolite. He was very submissive. And he followed his father's system also. He was attending school very nicely, but he didn't take the teachings very seriously because he had proper teaching from Narada Muni. And he taught other schoolmates about this teaching of Narada Muni. So we should accept the position in which we are and serve Krishna according to our position. Yes. We should not try to escape the position, but we should try to serve Krishna very much in this position that we are given. Yes. So changing positions will not help us very much. What is needed to be changed is our consciousness. This is most important thing to change. And our attitude towards every living entity. We should understand that we are a servant of every living entity. Not according to their crazy desires. We have mentioned this when I was here, I believe. That, yes, we are servant of every living entity because every living entity is a part and parcel of Krishna. Amaivanshu jivaloki jivabhutak sanatana. Yes, every living entity is a part of Krishna. So we should serve every living entity because we are Krishna's servant. We don't have any other opportunity or alternative. We have just to serve Krishna in all his features. And living entities are one of his features. But we should serve them for their benefit. So conditioned living entities are in crazy position. They don't know what is their benefit. Like a patient is maybe in bewildered position and he wants something that is detrimental for his life. But physician, the doctor, will not cure the patient according to the whims of a patient, but according to the best interest of the patient. Yes, so we should also serve living entities according to their best interest, to somehow or other bring them closer to Krishna. Yes, this is their best interest. So we should serve them accordingly. And another thing that can be accepted from this verse is destiny. It's mentioning here by Srila Prabhupada. That how strong is destiny? No one can change it. Except there is one way to change destiny, to become Krishna conscious. Yes. Only by Krishna consciousness we can change our destiny. And here Prabhupada mentions this verse from Brahma Samhita. Nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. Those who are engaged in Krishna's service, their karma or this bondage is destroyed. Yes. Bondage of karma is destroyed because then we are under Krishna's supervision and Krishna's protection. Otherwise, it's not possible to destroy our destiny, our karma. Even if we try to go to different planets. Yes, people try to get to different planets to enjoy. Yes, not just in this universe, but also in this planet. People go to Hawaii or, or to Seychelles or I don't know, some heavenly place to enjoy and try to escape their destiny. But they try to enjoy, but usually they don't. And even if they really enjoy, they suffer later. Yes. Because they spend so much money and they didn't get what they wanted really. Or even if they did, then this happiness is lost after a certain time and they lament later. So there is lamentation all the time in this world if we don't engage in Krishna consciousness. And here this king Saudasa became a Rakshasa. And Krishna mentions this Rakshasas, he very strongly mentions in 9th chapter of Bhagavata-gita. Mugasha muga karmano moga jnana vichetasa Rakshasim asurim cheva prakritim mohinim shitaha. All those who don't surrender to me, he says, they're Rakshasas and Asuras. Yes. Because, and they take shelter of Prakriti Mohinim, of illusory energy. Yes. Prakriti Mohinim. Yes. And all their hopes are in vain. Mugasha Muga Karmano. And all their activities are in vain if they are not devotees. Moga Jnana, and all their knowledge is in vain. Yes. And they are Rakshasas and Asuras. Yes. So, in this world, we are practically surrounded by Rakshasas and Asuras. So, Rakshasa is mentioned here is one who eats humans, who is a blood-sucking demon. Yes. So, everyone who is not a devotee who acts against Krishna's will is a blood-sucking demon. Yes. Why is that? Because if you are not a devotee, our relationship that we have in this world is just mutual exploitation and nothing else. Yeah. Even though it is said that motherly love is most selfless in this world, most close to spiritual love. But still it's not pure completely. So even a mother has some expectations from a child. Yes, and she's not satisfied with the child if she acts against her will. So many of Western devotees have this experience, isn't it? Yes, mothers were not at all satisfied if their children surrendered to Krishna. Yes. Some mothers even cursed their children. You're not becoming a proper Rakshasa. You betrayed a family tradition. It's Rakshasa tradition. Yes. So, yes, everyone who is not a devotee, we should understand, have this Rakshasa mentality of sucking the blood, sucking life of others. And all people who are not devotees, they willingly enter such relationships with this business mentality. Yes, I will make a contract with you for mutual exploitation. And I believe that in this business deal, I will get a little more than I will invest. This is usual business deal, isn't it? I invest less than the profit I will gain, isn't it? This is business. Otherwise, why should I do business? Yes. I want to have some profit. I don't want to be without profit if I enter some business deal. So, people enter these business deals on every level of existence. Even when they get married, they enter, and in modern life, especially in the Western world, it's common that they sign the contract. This is a contract of business deal. If you will not follow such and such business deal, the contract is nullified. Yes, and these are the consequences, the penalties, if the business deal is not properly followed. Yes, there is no question of love. It's a question of interest. Yes, question of interest. So, as a devotees, we should not follow the principles of this Rakshasa society. We should follow the principle of Krishna's society, of selfless love and service. And therefore this etiquette is so crucial in Vaishnava relationship. then the whole society can live very peacefully. Then it's clear who is Nata, who is the master, and who is the servant in every situation. So father is a master. This is his service to be a master. A husband is a master. A guru is a master. Elder brother is a master. But we should understand, every master should understand, so-called master should understand, this is my service. This is my service position. So I shouldn't take advantage of it. But I should properly serve my dependents for their best interest, yes, for their benefit. Yes. So if I'm in a position of being a guru, I'm also a servant. Not that I'm here and everyone should worship me and bow down to my feet and bring me the choicest Mahaprasad. Yes. And give me fat donation. Yes. Then I have Rakshasa mentality. My mentality should be, I'm just a servant. And I try my best to help these people who are depending on me to come closer to Krishna. And the same mentality should have a father and a husband and an elder brother and so on, and a king, of course. Therefore, Lord Rishabhadev very strongly emphasizes Guru na sasyat svajano na sasyat pita na sasyat janini na sasyat devam na tatsyan na patiksha sasyan na mochayati aksamupitamitum. You are not able to deliver those who are dependent on us. Don't become a guru. Don't become a husband. Don't become a mother. Don't become a father. Don't become a deity. Don't become a relative. Don't play any role whatsoever if you are not able to deliver those who are dependent on you. So it is so important to properly understand our philosophy. Because one can say, why philosophy is needed? We just serve. But if we don't know philosophy properly, our service will not be proper. Yes. Our service will be with this business mentality, because everyone performs service in this world with business mentality. I go to work every day to get some salary. Otherwise, why should I work? Yes, I quit immediately if I'm not paid. And for devotees, this is very important to understand. I perform some service, but I shouldn't expect anything in return. Not even prasad. Not even a place to sleep. Yes. Of course, it's duty of devotee community to support devotees, but individually, we should not expect anything for our service or to be respected for our service. This is so important to understand, because we very easily fall into this snare of not understanding properly our position, to be just a servant of our master. Therefore, no one should be anata. Everyone should have a master. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Is there any question or comment or doubt? Yes.
So regarding your last point, expecting nothing in return, Krishna says as well, Yogakshimam Vahamyam.
Sorry.
Yogakshimam Vahamyam. Whatever you need, I will provide.
Yes.
Our services, and similarly, you may expect the ISKCON society to facilitate the service of the devotees and therefore to provide as well what they need in order to continue.
Yes, of course. As I said, society should provide everything that devotees need. But individually, we shouldn't expect anything for our service. This is the question of consciousness, of mentality. Otherwise, there is no question of Trinada Pisanichana, Taruribasa Vishnana, Amanina Manadina Kirtana Aksadahari. Yes. This Ananyas Chintayantamam Yejanach Parupasati, Desham Nitya Bhayuktanam Yoga Kshema Bahamyaham. As you mentioned from 9th chapter of Bhagavad-gita, is just to trust Krishna. Krishna is assuring us, you'll be protected. I will give you whatever you need and protect whatever you have. Just to assure his devotee that he wouldn't be afraid. To be very confident in Krishna. And to also expect, to also accept every reversal in life as Krishna's mercy. That if I'm not properly cared for by other people, as maybe I should be, but I'm not, I take it as special Krishna's mercy. Yes, because Krishna says, yes, Krishna will provide everything. So if I'm not provided and cared for properly, it's Krishna's will. Krishna wants to teach me something in this position. So I gladly and with great gratitude accept my awkward position and suffering. And as Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, that these sufferings in my life are my greatest ecstasies because Krishna is providing them. Yes. But as long as we are not Krishna conscious, we don't take these sufferings we undergo as Krishna's mercy. And we pray to Krishna to remove them. But they are there exactly for certain purpose, to teach us certain lessons in life. Yes. Tatenu kampansa samiksha mano punjana ivatma kritam vipakam. Ritvakva prubir vedadanamasti jiveta mukti padesa daibak. So only those who accept this reversal in life and disrespect and everything with great gratitude towards Krishna and glorify Krishna with all their thoughts and words and body and action, only them are eligible to develop love of Krishna. Mukti pade sadaiva. Yes. This is the topic explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Only mukti is bhakti. Actually. There is no mukti without bhakti. Yes. So, we shouldn't expect anything. But if we are temple president, we should take proper care of every devotee and manage the temple accordingly, that all needs of devotees are met properly. Yes, this is my service. Yes. But if I am neglected somehow or other, I should understand this is Krishna's mercy. This is Krishna's mercy. Therefore, it was the system in the Vedic society to train small children in this regard. It is explained that brahmacharis had to beg all day for the guru to get alms. Food, of course, but if their guru didn't call them for prasad, they had to fast. Although they provided food for their master, but if they weren't called to prasad, they had to fast. Yeah. They didn't come, where is prasad? It's time for prasad, why it's late? Or why no one called me? Yes, you're a demon. I provided all this food and you don't even call me for prasad. Or I had to cook it, maybe even, and I was not called for prasad. Yes, we should. Therefore, they were trained in such consciousness. I'm just a servant. I shouldn't expect anything, not even prasad. Yes. We should imbibe this spirit of a servant. Otherwise, everything is lost. No one can advance spiritually if he expects anything in return. Hare Krishna. It's okay? You had a question?
Yes. So you mentioned at the beginning, according to the verse, that if one is in the position of killing, then he should not be artificially merciful. And I like that you give an example, like a practical example, in our Krishna consciousness, where as a devotee, where we should not be artificially merciful to someone that we meet in the street or whatever.
Yes.
Do you have any example of that?
Yes, one is accustomed to eat meat, but we would supply meat for such a person. Yes. We shouldn't kill a cow to supply their desires, for example. Or one wants us to buy them alcohol or to give them alcohol or whatever. We shouldn't do such things. They're not in their benefit, or support their other crazy ideas that are against Krishna consciousness. Yes. We should be very polite. We shouldn't be arrogant with people or think that we are better than them. We should just understand that they are in diseased condition, that they should need help. And if they're not willing to accept help, or even they're against our help, then we should try to help them in such a way that we don't disturb them. Yes. With prayer, and that we leave them alone. This is also service for the demons, to leave them alone. Because if we bother them, they will commit offenses, and this is not in their interest. This is against their benefit. So leaving them alone is for their best interest. So we should serve according to position of a living entity. Hare Krishna. Anything else? Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Pramanande Hare Hare Krishna.